What's up, guys? It's your boy Beatty back in with another episode of Real Muscle Podcast. I got my boy Henry Jackson with me. It's good.
We back, man. We back.
I'll be forgetting that. I got to say IFBB Pro Henry Jackson. That's the. You one of the few people that you didn't change your Instagram name to IFBB Pro.
I changed the the actual name in the bio, but I haven't put like IFBB Pro Henry Jackson. You know, like everybody changes like their actual IG name.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, man. My IG name is sentimental to me, so
I think so. I don't think you got to change the whole name. Just throw that in the bio. I think everybody get it. And you, right? When you look like a pro, everybody already knows you're a pro. You don't actually gotta. You don't gotta.
That's true.
The proof is in the pudding. How you been, bro?
Yeah, I've been good, man. It's been a busy week, dog. You know, we tried to link up yesterday, but was just busy with work and just trying to solidify things. I want to get back in. Out here, gyms open up Monday.
Yeah, that's
so
dope.
Tomorrow. Dope. So I want to get back in the gym, man. And, get back on my off season, and I'm excited about things, man. I'm excited. Work's going good, and possibly some big things coming up soon. So I'm excited, bro.
They opened up restaurants already over there.
They opened up what?
Restaurants.
Yeah, they opened up. What they're doing is they had earlier this week, they had people eating outside only. Mm-hmm. I think next week they're going to start with some people inside and most people still outside.
Yeah.
And I think as they're going to keep it that way for a while, and as things go on, they'll kind of test it out. They open up the beaches. Pretty much everything is open on Monday. Everything will be back to normal to a certain extent.
Okay. You know what's funny? This whole time I've been trying to figure out how to do a split screen, and I think I just did it right now. It probably looks the same to you, though.
Yeah, it's going to look the same to me. I don't know how to do it on the phone.
Yeah, no, but it's going to record from me, so I'm 95% sure that we're split screen right now, which is perfect.
Okay.
So, you can see the mess behind me. Let me try to angle this shit. Let me angle it like that. All right, perfect. Yeah, man, but that's dope. To be honest, man, I'm just ready for everything to open back up. Not that life is that much different for me because I'm working from. I usually work from home half the time, anyways, and I'm kind of a homebody. But I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of everybody acting weird at the stores. People got hazmat suits on, and they give me. Be careful now.
It's not Corona, I promise.
No, but I'm just ready for things to go back to normal. I think it was a good idea in the beginning. I felt a couple of weeks or even a month would have been fine. But listen, eventually you got to go back to living. We can't just live scared the rest of our lives. You know what I'm saying? As a race, as a human race, we're very resilient creatures. We've made it this long for a reason, bro. Our bodies know how to adapt and they know how to survive. You go to a third world country right now, you got people that never get sick, people that live to 100 years old. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? I've been to Ghana, and I'm saying I've been to the nice parts, but I also been to the village parts. And you got these people perfectly healthy, jacked, ripped. You know what I'm saying? Living on very minimal. They ain't taking no medicine. They ain't taking no medicine. They ain't taking nothing. But they good. You know what I'm saying? They good because their immune system's strong. Listen, sitting at home for 4 months, not making contact with anything or anybody is horrible for your immune system. Yep. And I'll tell you this, I've never had issues with allergies. And this year I'm having really bad allergies because I think I'm just not exposed to this kind of thing. So I'm going outside for walks now, you know what I'm saying, trying to do my cardio, and I'm sneezing and I'm like, what's going on? And my eyes are itching. I'm like, what's? And I started taking the allergy medicine and now it's gone. I'm like, wow, I've never had allergies before, but me being home for 2 months now, I'm super sensitive to allergies. So all that's happening is staying home and a lot of people not exercising. It's just making the immune system worse. So now when it's time to go back, it's like you're almost worse off. You know what I'm saying? Your body's supposed to build up to these things. We're all survivors, bro. We're all survivors.
Yeah, survival of the fittest, bro. That's
exactly.
like you said, we made it this far.
Mm.
it's not going to help if some people don't build up some type of immunity to it. Everybody can't just
Exactly.
stay home scared, man.
We can't just be scared and just keep getting weak. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. That me personally, that's how I feel about it. Our body has everything it needs to fight off these things. Like, this isn't the first virus. Like, this is not even the first coronavirus. This is COVID-19. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is not the first time this has happened. This is always going on. But we
Right.
don't run away and hide from it. We just continue living life and working. And guess what? Our immune systems get strong enough and it fights these things off. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I've been sick plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have been sick plenty of times. It's just part of life, man, to be honest with you. And you know what I'm saying? And nobody wants to see people die, but the truth is people die and people will continue dying, right? So
Yeah.
we're waiting around for a vaccine, but well, I mean, there's a vaccine for the flu. A lot of people still die from the flu.
Yeah.
So it's not like the vaccine just saved
And
life. Mm-hmm.
let's be real about the vaccine. They come out with a vaccine at the end of this year, right? Let's say if they do, how many people actually want to get the vaccine?
I ain't getting it. I don't.
Let's be real. How many people are actually going to get the vaccine? I doubt even half of the population is going to get it. So it's just like, yeah, we're making all this fuss about it. Oh, create the vaccine. It's just like with the flu shot. Ain't nobody who's getting the flu vaccine anymore these days.
How many people getting flu shots? Ain't nobody getting
I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody in my immediate space of my thought that has gotten the flu shot or has even gotten sick from the flu.
So, honestly, the only people I've known that got sick from the flu told me that they got the flu shot and then they got sick, which sounds crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've heard that a handful of
times. I knew a guy back in college.
Mm-hmm.
I knew a guy back in college when the flu shot first kind of started hitting heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And he got the flu shot, and he ended up getting sick. And I remember from that day, I was like, I'm not getting the flu shot.
Yeah.
Because I was going to get one.
Yeah. That was crazy. It was in my elementary school. The rumor was that this teacher came back, and he was like on crutches and stuff. And then all the kids obviously like, what happened? And then the rumor was that he got a flu shot, and then he got paralyzed. And then slowly, he started learning how to walk again, but like with crutches. So like since as a kid, I've been scared of any kind of vaccine, and I mean rightfully so. So if that's my experience, seeing somebody get paralyzed, obviously it's not gonna happen to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I know that, but I mean, if that's even an option, bro, I'd rather get sick. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The way I look at that is this basketball coach used to say it was actually Michael Jordan's coach, because he was like, if you play this game with this injury, there's a 10% chance that you'll never be able to play again. You'll have career-ending injury. And Michael said, I like those odds. And he was like, huh? He was like, but how about this? If I had, 10 pills in the bottle and you had a headache, and I said, 9 of them will cure you, but 1 of them will kill you, will you still take those pills? And it's like, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of that chance is still, you know what I'm saying? If it's a bad enough ultimatum, that little bit of chance is not worth taking. So
right.
If I can be paralyzed, even if it's 5%, I'm like, I think I'll just deal with this headache, or I'll deal with this flu.
But it's kind of like when you see those commercials for like the medications.
Yeah.
They start listing all those crazy side effects like, stroke, heart attack, all that crazy side effects that be in those medicine commercials. And I'm just like, hey man, you know what? If that's the side effects that come with it, like I think I'll just try to deal with what's going on.
Well, when I was in the hospital, I had the pneumonia, and I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
So they had put me under for a while, but when I woke back up, they start asking me these crazy questions. They're like, oh, okay, so we just gonna give you this. We just want to do like a little quick X-ray. You just gonna put this right here in your stomach, but you got to consent because there's like a 10% chance that you might die. I'm like, man, go put me back to sleep. I don't want to be answering this question. Like, do I have a choice? They're like, oh, if we don't do this, there might be something wrong, and we don't know. I'm like, bro, come on, you can't, like, what's
right?
What are we doing here, bro? Like, what is
right.
it? But yeah, but it's like I felt like everything they was asking, it was basically like life or death, and I'm like, this is not the time I want to be answering this question, man. Just give this up to my family members or something. But now it's all wild. So we're sitting there, so we're gonna sit around scared at home, waiting around for a vaccine that most people aren't gonna get, and if you get it, you still could die because people still die from the flu. So it's like, what are we really waiting for? You know?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This all weird. This is all weird to me. Like why now? Why 2020 is all of a sudden that we react like this?
I don't know, man. I just know I'm tired of it. I want to work out, and I don't want to have to drive, you know, an hour away from my house so I can go to the gym. You know, so I'm just ready for the gym down the street to open up so I can do that. And
Just go easy.
get it on, you know.
I don't want to have to sneak into the private gyms at nighttime and you know what I'm saying, and all of this stuff. I don't want to deal with that.
Hey, I got a question too though, man, about that gym.
Yeah.
So it's some people that I see post in that gym and they're there during the daytime. Well, it looks like they're there during the day.
Oh no, you talking about a different one. I know which one you're talking about.
Oh, okay, that's not the same one.
No, there's two spots because the one I go to, the owner started charging more. Like he just like added like another like $100. He's like, you gotta pay me $100 extra right now.
Yeah.
Like some people obviously didn't like that, so they went to the other gym. The other gym, it's a lot further. It's a lot further. It's in Hawthorne, and it's cool, but it's crowded, and you have to make an appointment and stuff like that. So I never really went there. But yeah, but that one, if you want to go early, you can. I just never got around to that one. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
But I mean, that one is a lot cheaper, so like it's cost effective. But I'm just like I'm used to it, and I mean, we only have like maybe another month for this anyway. So if I got to pay an extra $100, I'm like, it's not like I'm paying my other gym. I'll probably pay a lot more than $100 anyways because I got like 4 to 5 gym memberships, you know. So it's all good.
Yeah.
And it gives me peace of mind. Like me working out, like it's not even a physique thing. It's not even a physique thing. It's just it gives me peace of mind. It's what I've been doing this since I was 14, 15. You know, I can't really go without it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm the same way, man. It's just like it's a peace of mind thing. That's why like it's not really the same for me to work out or train outside, man, because you know it's not the same. It's not a barbell. It's not, you know, the plates. You know, I could be active, of course, but I want to actually like lift some weights. You know what I'm saying? So
different. It's different. It gives you that little bit of rush, man. A little bit of rush.
That's why tomorrow, like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna get signed up, man.
Yeah.
I don't have like the coolest gym options, but I'm gonna see what I got, man. It's a Crunch Fitness down the street. They got all new equipment. It's a brand new gym.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's literally like 2 minutes away from where I live. So I mean, it's a win-win situation.
Yeah, my boy.
Hey, so like with your clients and stuff, you haven't lost any business?
I lost a few. Most of my clients just been doing Zoom training sessions, which I appreciate because I feel like they're doing it more to support me. Like obviously they want to be held accountable, but I feel like they like me, so they like doing it because they know that I'm not gonna really have clients. So I definitely appreciate that. I lost a few. You know, of course, because they don't want to do Zoom sessions. I get it. Like I wouldn't want to do Zoom sessions. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I did. As far as online clients, when it started, I basically lost all my online clients. Like they didn't ask for refunds or nothing, but they just stopped hitting me up because they're like, you ain't fucking working out. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't say anything, but in the back of my head, I was gonna like I wasn't gonna charge them. So basically, whenever they hit me up and want to start, I would have just started wherever we left off. I wouldn't be like, oh, you know, it's been 2 months, 3 months is over. I would have just continued watching them. But I never actually communicated that. And most of them, within the last month or so, they're able to train now. Whether they sneaked into a friend's gym, their friend had the garage gym, they bought equipment, they all kind of found a way, which is crazy. Like I think people don't realize how serious people take this. Like people are willing to invest a lot of money and time into a way to work out. You know, in the beginning I feel like in the beginning we kind of thought it was gonna be a couple of weeks, a month or so. So nobody was really doing that. But once people realized it's gonna go on, everybody kind of did something. And then like even my online clients now, they're pretty much all back. They all got some kind of barbell, dumbbells, some kind of gym setup. Like some of these people literally have a gym in their living room. I don't know how they pulled it off. I don't know who's like girlfriends and wives are even okay with that, but they must be, because people got bench presses in their living room. They see people squatting in their living room. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. So yeah, as far as the online clients, it's pretty much back to normal now. Everybody got something to do. My overseas clients know though. My client in India, is a wrap. He looks like he never worked out before. So for that, I have one in Spain. I think he's in Spain now. He moves around. I don't know what he does, but he's always moving around. He's originally from Spain. I think he said he moved somewhere else, but yeah, he hasn't touched the weight. Hasn't been able to get all the food he wants. I imagine it's bad in Europe, because I know it's bad in Italy. I think it's bad in Italy and Spain, something like that. So yeah, he's been my overseas clients. They basically, like, I could tell they're like defeated, and I don't blame them. Like, it's like there's only so much you can take. You can't get food. You can't get a gym. I think they're like just over it. Like, fuck this. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they kind of hard to get a hold of right now. Like, they kind of out of it, you know. But my U.S. clients, everybody seems to be back on track. You understand? So that's good. You've been getting clients, or right now it's still?
I haven't, man. Yeah, you know, I just really started up with it. I've coached people before. I've had like 3 clients back in like 2018.
Yeah.
But I've never had like a really solid client base. But yeah, I just started it back up, man. You know, I pitch it in all my posts.
Yeah,
but you know, whoever's ready to, whenever people are ready to come on, I'll coach them. But you know, I get it. I'm trying to start at a rough time. So
yeah, I mean,
I think, and also my following isn't that big.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, you know, with some time I'll be able to make it work. But I'm gonna just keep throwing it out there for people that are interested.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've coached for a long time, and you know, so my knowledge is pretty good about dieting and all that stuff, man.
I feel like
I haven't had any coaching.
Huh? You ever had any
I say, yeah, I haven't had any luck.
See, you don't have a big following, but I think you have the right following. I think the people that follow you are the people you want to follow you, because the issue is sometimes when you grow your following, sometimes you go the wrong demographic. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like,
That's true.
I got people that follow me that I'm like, huh? Like, why is this person following me? Like, some of the comments they leave, I'm like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
sometimes just having a bigger following doesn't always correlate. And also I feel like your engagement is pretty good. It depends what you post, but I feel like you get pretty good engagement. You know what I'm saying? You can have a huge following and get no engagement. Like, I think Instagram changed something, because everybody's engagement seems to have went down. Like, I keep hearing people say it, and I see it in my own posts. Like, I'm like, what's going on? But I'm at a point now, man, like, I feel like I don't really care as much about following. I care more about, like, my business. Yeah. There was a time where I was like, you know what? I'm going to make this push and I'm going to grow my following. And it did work, but it's like I said, it's like the wrong following. I'm like, what am I really doing here? Like, am I trying to go my business or go my following? They both kind of go hand in hand in this generation, but not really. You know, I have a friend, really good coach, Jason Coley, and he like barely just hit 10K. And when he was at like 5K, he had more clients than some of the top coaches, you know what I'm saying? And he was balling. Like,
wow.
Yeah, he driving the, what's that car, that Lotus Elise. He got these sports cars and everything.
Oh, really? Wow.
He's making a killing in San Diego. And I'm like, bro, like, not to, like, how are you getting these clients with no following? He's like, it ain't even about that, bro. Like, I got the right people following me. Like, and when I look, everybody that follows him are competitors, and they all know him personally. Like, he goes to the gym in San Diego, and he just sees a lot of people, and he just talks to them, and he goes from there. But he built it from the ground up. Like, he was, at some point in the beginning, especially being as young as he is, he's younger than us. He had to take some free clients. He had to, like, it's like this, right? I like to use the analogy. If you're walking down the street and somebody stops you, like, hey, what's up, bro? I'm a dentist. Let me do your teeth for you. Just a random dude. You're gonna be like, nah, I think I'll pass, right?
Yeah.
I gotta convince you to take my help for free before I can ask you for money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to walk up to you, like, what's up, bro? I'm a dentist, you know what I'm saying? I do teeth, whatever. Let me give you my card, take a look at my, take a look at some of my work. These are some of my clients. They were like, wow, okay, that teeth looks good, man. Yeah, come through. I'll hook you up with a little deep cleaning, you know what I'm saying? See how you like it. Come through, give me deep clean. Wow, this is good, man. Wow, how much you charge for this? Man, the first time I give you 50% off. Whoa, 50% off? Let me tell my friends, 50% off. They come get the friends get it. Oh, wow, this is good work. How much you charge for this? Boom. But bring your family. Everybody you refer, I give you, you know what I'm saying? That's how you build a business. So I can't just come and be like, yo, I'm a coach. Give me $100, bro. Let me coach you.
Right.
I can prove to you that I deserve your money. So you got to trust me to coach you for free before I can even charge you. So in the beginning, you might have to take a couple of free clients. Now, taking free clients, you ain't trying to take, somebody with the worst genetics in the world. You'll probably be aiming for somebody, oh, you got great genetics, bro. How old are you? Oh, I'm 18, just getting into it. You 18 looking like that? I'll tell you what, I'll coach you for free. Just give me a couple shout outs on your Instagram. I'll coach you. I got you. What? And you a pro too? Henry, you pro? All right, bet, yeah. Coach you. And then now you coaching this dude. And everybody's like, oh, look at that 18-year-old kid. Henry, I think he coached by Henry. Yo, he's looking crazy, bro. I want to work with Henry. So it's like you kind of have to prove yourself as a coach before people actually pay for. Yeah, he went through all of that training, clients for free for a while and referrals and like dirt cheap. And then you build it, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's probably the best way to do it. You got to show people what you got, you know what I'm saying? Even if we got, good physiques, people like want to see you coach people because I see coaches with no physiques. A lot of these coaches don't even post. You don't even know how they look because it's all their clients. It's just, you never see them. Like, well, what is this guy? I don't know what Patrick Tor looks like. I don't know what you look like.
That's great advice, man. Especially for anybody who's watching this thinking about getting into coaching. You may have to put in some grunt work for free. Even for a very cheap price, you probably, hey, throw me $50 a month or something, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's not going to be like, you're not going to be able to charge somebody $250 with no proof of your work or anything like that. So, you may get lucky. You may be able to charge them, you may be able to charge somebody $100 and you do good with those first couple people and, stuff can start rolling in then. But for the most part, like you said, you got to try to sell and convince people, why you're a good person to work with and all that, man. And that, it's funny you brought up the following. That brings me to a good point. This with the Instagram and stuff and the algorithm, it's all a numbers game, man. It's all a system, So I feel like for anybody out there chasing numbers at this day and age, it's all about control, man. Most of the time, if you're not on that search page, it's probably not going to happen. But this leads me to the point of saying just rely on actual work, your actual talent. Your actual talent will get you to where you're trying to go. Don't just do stuff to make followers. Try to capitalize off your talent and the stuff you're good at. People that in the long run, that will always prevail. Bro, it always will, So
it's like it's actually really simple, right? Of course, like there's people who might not have a lot of talent, who've just done a lot of research and been able to get like a decent following. You got those people. You got I could say something like a Kenny KO, right? He's not super interested in anything, right? He just found a niche that if I can be like a TMZ, I can get views, right? There's that person, but there's only so much room for people like that, right? But generally speaking, I always see people ask these people, right? Okay, I'm gonna give this example because I've known him for a long time, right? Larry Wills, right? He always gets the question, bro, how do you grow your social media? He's never tried, I mean, probably now because it's a business, but at no point was he trying to grow his social media. He's just like, I'm fucking trying to be the strongest motherfucker in the world, period. Probably since he was probably like 16, 17, he had no money, no nothing. He didn't give a fuck. There was no excuse. But people, I hear people, if I had a sponsor, bro, I can get all this gear and I'll be pro. I'm like, no, you won't. No, you wouldn't. I know you truly believe that. You're not just saying that. You truly believe that. You know what I'm saying? It's not true. There was a point where in my head I thought that too. You know what I'm saying? And not just because of the money. I'm like, I got pretty good genetics. If I had the money, I think I could do it. There was so much more for me to do that had nothing to do with money. There was so much discipline for me to learn. There was so much things for me to learn that it wasn't about money. Does money help? Of course. Money's going to help for you to have more time to get your meals in, whatever. But that's not what's going to take you from point A to point Z. Basically, Larry, all he did was lift heavy weights and try to get strong as possible. You make a little bit of money, invest that money right back into it. I'm going to get a coach now because I'm strong, but I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm a hire coach. You know, and people say, "Oh, I can't afford a coach." Yes, you can. Stop buying so much weed. You know, stop going drinking. Stop taking all these girls out. You know, you can still afford it. You know, even broke people have some money. I was broke, but I had some money that I could use. You know, if I allocate it, get a job. You know, so don't think you can just sit on your ass and be a bodybuilder and that's it. But yeah, so all he did was lift heavy ass shit. And people started coming to him. He didn't go to nobody, and people wanted to collaborate with him. Come collaborate with him. He goes a little bit, you know what I'm saying? He posts some more heavy shit. He takes his shirt off, and he realizes people like that he's ripped and strong. Okay, now I'm going to start taking my shirt off. Boom. It just happened. It's a natural progression. All he was doing was chasing titles and chasing, a certain goal. That was it. And people are like, wow, this guy is ripped. He's young. He's strong. I want to follow him. It's that simple. It's not.
I guarantee you. Every Instagram famous person, anybody with a high amount of followers that's in the fitness industry, nine times out of 10, they weren't doing it for the followers at first.
Just doing what they love. Simple.
Yeah, you know, it's just based off, hey, man, you know, this person loved the train. They had a great physique.
Exactly.
You know, people just naturally drawn to that. You know, sometimes it works out like that. Like in my favor, it hasn't worked out that way. But at the same time, I know like me, I'm good at what I do as far as competing. You know, I've gotten first place in every show I've done. So I feel like it's no way you can't tell me that's not going to lead to some type of success down the road. This is, you know, you can't be really good at something and not see some type of success from it. You know,
that's not how life works. If you can find anything you're better at than 90% of people on the planet, you're gonna make money off of it. It could be anything. It could be roaches. There's people that fucking study roaches. How you gonna make money off roaches? Well, I know roaches better than 90% of y'all, so I can make money off of it. It's just simple as that.
And best believe if it's something that you're interested in, there are other people that are interested in too.
Sure.
No, don't think like, oh, that's too weird. No, because just know if you're not new to this earth, you're not the first human on earth. So whatever you can be interested in, there will be other people drawn to it as well. You know,
exactly.
It's just how it is. That's just how it is. So.
And also keep in mind, everything ain't for everybody. Social media might not be for you. But here's the thing: just because social media ain't for you, don't mean you can't be successful in life. Like I think it got to a point like people really starting to believe like if I can't be social media famous, I'm never going to be successful. Like no, it doesn't work that way. Listen, you might not have what it takes for social media. That's okay. You might not have a certain look. You might not have a certain personality for your social media to go. That's fine. You're gonna find something else. You know, you're great at doing. You know, you're gonna find them a different way. So it's like people like, "Yo, bro, can you give me a shout out?" Shout out, okay. I click on their page. They have about 10 pictures. You know, they post maybe once every 2 months. Is one picture like this, a picture like this, a picture like this. I'm like, okay, so you think if I post you, all my followers are gonna go follow your page? No, there's nothing there to see. You know what I'm saying? So you also have to work for it. If this is something you really want. If you're not willing to work for it, why would I take time out of my day to post you? You're not willing to invest your own time.
Two things, right? There's two things. Just because you have a lot of followers doesn't mean you're going to make money.
No, it doesn't.
And first thing is, you live in LA. There's a lot of people with a lot of money who don't even have an Instagram.
But let's talk about Aquaman, my homeboy Aquaman. He don't have an Instagram. Yeah. He been deleted.
Yeah, but he owns his own company or something. You know, he bought a house and everything in LA last year, a couple years ago.
He has his own gym back home. You know, he's like, but guess what? He don't even have social media. He don't know anything about it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I deleted my Instagram. I'm like, you can reactivate it. He's like, oh yeah, nah, I don't care. And I was talking about YouTube. I was like, you can make money from YouTube. I'm like, yeah, bro. Like you should make a YouTube. It's like he don't even know about this shit, but he's extremely successful. You know, this is not how it's not how life works. And he's actually the opposite. He can actually grow his social media very fast because he has a very unique look. He's a very different person. You know what I'm saying, and he had the means to afford a cameraman or whatever he wants. So, but he just did it's just not his thing. But that's okay. It doesn't have to be his thing because he's successful. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's like this. So you want to do the social media thing because you think it's cool. Like sometimes it's the reasoning behind it. If you were just working out because you love to work out, then your page will probably already look better because you probably would be already be posting like some of your lifts, some of the things you enjoy doing, some of your meals, just because it's by nature, this is what you do. But you probably just seen Bradley Martin, like, wow, I want to do this, and now you want to do it, but there's no passion. If there's no passion, it's very obvious, and it looks very obvious. There's no passion. You just want numbers. You just want numbers to have numbers. Life doesn't work like that. If there was passion, you would really be about this. I would have seen some conscious photos. I would have seen something because you're just living your passion. So, it's very obvious. I think, first of all, you have to do it for the right reasons, first of all. You got to do it because you love it. You can't do it for money. You can't do it for attention. You can't do it for money. You do it because you love it. If there was no social media, me and you would be doing the exact same shit. It wouldn't change. Yeah. We'd be doing the exact same
shit. And that's the thing. People are like, oh, man, yeah, you post these big lifts, and it's like, yeah, I post big lifts and everything, but like, I just, it's not because I want to be the strongest guy in the gym or anything. It's just like I love lifting to get strong.
Yeah,
that's something I've always done. As soon as I touched the weight in high school, college, before I got on Instagram in 2012, my training goals were always the same. Just to build muscle and get as strong as I could get. So. It's just like, yeah, I'm strong because that's something I always worked on. Yeah, I'm probably genetically stronger than some other people, but I don't really post it for the gram. Every now and then, I remember when Nick Walker was, making all those big lifts. I got caught up in doing some stupid stuff with dumbbells, like, trying to press the 170s when, you take a risk sometimes doing stuff you don't usually do. I don't mess with dumbbells because they're risky, But I will say that's the one time social media kind of dated where, because, dumbbells, you got to try to kick them up or get somebody to hand them to you. You risk a shoulder injury, so that was me getting out of character at that point. But, I usually post when I want to, and I post what I want to. So, but yeah, other people, man, they're so focused on that following. Like they'll be like, oh, I got to post at least twice a day. They're just posting just random, content, man. And then also it just becomes a burden. Social media gets a lot of people depressed and stuff. So, if sometimes when people feel like they're not posting, they're like, oh, I'm not doing good, and all this stuff. So my biggest advice, like you said, it starts with the passion, and, whatever you're passionate about, you'll post, and, that'll organically feed into what you post on social media, and it won't feel like such a burden or a job,
Yeah. I don't think I've ever asked anybody for a shout out. I don't think that I've ever done that. Like, yo, shout out, give me. I don't think I've ever done that. I've done it mutually. Like I've had people to ask me that's had good following, and I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. But I just don't see the point. It doesn't work that way. I've been reposted by some big pages, and did it grow my following like crazy? No. I got like two followers. It doesn't work. People follow you because they want to follow you. They don't follow you because somebody else, posted you. It just doesn't work that way. I think a lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah, man. I like all the bodybuilding pages I got posted on before.
Doesn't even do anything, right?
I may gain like maybe 5 followers, and then the next day, 3 out of the 5 won't follow you anyway because you didn't follow them back.
Exactly.
It's not like it matters, So it's like,
just honestly, just love, follow your passion. And a lot of these people that's trying to grow a fitness following, fitness isn't even their passion. So they probably should just be doing something else. And you'd be surprised. There's a lot of these gamers that got crazy following. You know what I'm saying? There's these people. So that might be your calling. So you might need to be doing gaming instead of trying to, you know, pretend like you're like really into, you know, fitness and bodybuilding. You know?
I remember, man, I was messing around on YouTube and I came across these gaming profiles, you know, these gaming pages.
Mm-hmm.
These guys have like millions of subscribers. I'm talking, dude, like 100 million subscribers. Their videos get like 800,000 views in a day.
I believe
like, it's crazy, man. They'll be playing like Grand Theft GTA 5, you know. They'll just be playing some, you know, Fortnite or what's the other one? Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It's just like, man, you know, they're just sitting at home recording their gameplay. And, you know, they're making six figures off, you know, from YouTube playing video games. Man.
My little brother was my little brother actually, the way I found out that you could get paid from YouTube, and this was years back when he was like, I don't know, he's like 20, 21 now. He was maybe 16. And then I got something in the mail and I was like, oh, what's this? And he's like, oh, it's a check from YouTube. And I'm like, huh? First of all, I didn't know you sent checks, but they sent checks to you? You're like, yeah, I got a channel, whatever. I'm like, let me see this. This don't make no sense. And he was just posting like reviews of games. He wasn't even playing the games. He was just talking about the games. And I'm like, what?
Wow.
Got the voiceover going. I'm like, and how you did? He like, off of my phone. I'm like, what is this? You gonna have to teach me. And to be honest, he tried to teach me. At the time, my brain couldn't wrap around it. Like, it's something you have to work your way into slowly. Like, he's trying to, monetize this. And I'm like, this is not making no sense to me. I'm going to come back to it one day. And then, you know, by myself, I was able to figure it out. You know, I made a lot of mistakes. Like, I could have already got some good checks, but I didn't know how to monetize it. So I thought it was on already. You know, it was. So now I'm looking back at some of my old, I'm like, damn, this wasn't even on. And it's all good. It's like, but I'm not doing it for YouTube checks anyway. So it's not like, I'm like, damn, you know, it's like, okay, like if I get paid from YouTube, dope. And if I didn't, I would still do it. So, you know what I'm saying? I get to promote my business, whatever I got going on. That's good enough for me. That's good enough for me, you know what I'm saying? This is not hard for me to do. It's what I do already. So me and you would have combos like this at the gym anyways. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We talk like that. Same for my workout videos. Well, I'm doing it anyways. If I have a camera sitting over there, it's not that big of a hassle. I'm not like going out and buying, paying for a private jet to get a YouTube video. It's not like I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't a big deal. But eventually, the money's gonna come. Eventually, the money's gonna come. But let's get into some of the topics.
You know, it's just another. I'm about to say, if you can do it big, man, it just ends up being another stream of income. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly,
this is one of those things. But I don't even know how it works now. I heard like you used to get paid more back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I guess with more people doing videos now, you gotta have a lot higher numbers now.
Well, also, so many things get censored. Like you say certain words, you do certain things, then they don't want to pay you. Or they don't want to pay you as much. If it's kid friendly, it's a little more pay. So I might start like, I don't know. I like doing my thing my own way, but I was thinking about starting to like bleep out like the curse words and stuff like that. But then I'm like, but then it's not me, man. Then it's not me. I'm not that clean cut. I'm clean cut enough, but I'm not, you know, I'm not like that. So I'm like, I don't know. So I kind of been thinking about that. But really, I don't think it matters. I think I'm gonna just leave it as it is, and talk about the stuff I talk about. When I talk about gear, a lot of times it gets demonetized. I'm like, okay.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, that's what people always ask. So it's like, I'm not gonna just ignore it. Yeah, I'm still gonna answer it. So it is what it is. I don't oversaturate the videos about gear all the time. You know, I don't want to be the gear guy, nothing like that. But all right, man, let's get into some of the topics, man. I want to talk about John Meadows. I don't know if you heard the update that he's back home. He made a video and all of that talking about it.
Yeah, I meant to watch the video, but I saw he came back home, and from my understanding, it was a blood clot issue.
Yeah.
You know, that he lost like 10% strength in his heart, but they said it can get back to normal, you know, with rehab and everything. So, but that's good though, man, because you know we just had the Luke situation. Before. Few days before, you know. So,
and like, make no mistake, like heart attack. Obviously, people know this, but heart attack kills people. Like, it's not like most people aren't surviving heart attacks. But also, you have to factor in working out and having a big, strong heart actually increases your chance of surviving, which sounds funny because like a lot of bodybuilders get heart attacks because their heart is too big almost, right? So it's like, but being big and strong, having a big, strong heart also increases your chance of surviving. So it's like, like, it's like a fine line.
I think it's a combination of both. If your heart's too big, you run into the category of heart disease.
Exactly.
So that also means your arteries carry more cholesterol, more plaque.
Exactly.
So it's a slippery, it's a thin line. You know what I'm saying? It's a thin line. So if heart's too big, you probably got some artery issues.
Exactly.
Most likely. But if it's strong enough, it can help you.
The good thing about him, he was at the point of his career where it was a perfect balance. He was doing cardio. He wasn't lifting crazy amounts of weight. He wasn't, blasting gear. He was TRT, I believe. And he was probably in like the best situation to be able to handle something like that. So you wouldn't think the heart attack would even happen to him at that point. But I mean, it was already like a pre-existing issue. He said when he had the colon issue, he had some clotting issues at the time already, and he feels as if they would have gave him a blood thinners at the time, they should have put him on blood thinners since then. I believe they told him to take Advil or baby or baby aspirin, something like that. Yeah, and he said with that he would kind of take it sometimes. Like nobody takes these things seriously until something happens. Like nobody's gonna. Right. You're not gonna say, well, if I miss a couple of days, I'm gonna get a heart attack. Nobody thinks that. So yeah, he said he would kind of take it here and there, whatever. But obviously now they have him on like actual blood thinners, like prescription shit. And if he stays on it for his life, he should be fine. He shouldn't have any clots. But some people just clot. Some people clot easier than others.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a thing. Yeah. It sounds like he's gonna be fine. And 10%, he said, that's actually not that bad. I think most bodybuilders never check the ejection fraction. So they don't know where they're at. That's the real truth. So I guarantee you 90% of bodybuilders are already down 10% because you're supposed to be at 55%. I can guarantee you there's probably close to no bodybuilders who are at 55%. You know what I'm saying? Most are probably around.
At 55% of what? What are you saying?
That's like the maximum. It means your heart is working, it's pumping blood throughout the rest of your body. But like, maximum capacity, right?
Yeah.
And I can guarantee you maybe 95% of bodybuilders is not going to be at maximum capacity. It might be closer to like 40. And 40 is still good. But below 40 is when you got to be like, maybe I got to take it easy on lifting the weights or I got to take some off gear. So 40 is still good. Like if you're 40 and above, nobody's going to say, oh, what's going on? They're going to be like, okay, you're 40, okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably the truth, most people who aren't bodybuilders are probably not at 55. 55 is perfect. Like who's really at 55? Like who's perfect? Who have the perfect heart? Probably not most people, you know what I'm saying? So if he's 10% below, that means he's around 45, doing pretty good then. I think he's doing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Unless he means 10% from where he was at previously. I don't know if he means 10%.
Yeah, that's what I thought they were saying. I thought they were saying when they said 10% failure. Mm-hmm. I just, I didn't know that what you just said, all that stuff. I didn't know all that. So I'm thinking like your heart's already at 100%. Oh, okay. And I'm just thinking 10% of that. But, yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know anything about, even though I got my degree in kinesiology. I didn't know that not everybody heart, that your blood capacity doesn't pump. 100%. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that either until I was at the hospital and they checked it. So I didn't.
Wow. Okay.
I didn't know this. I didn't know this neither till last year. I've heard about ejection fraction, but I didn't really know what it meant or where it was supposed to be at. But now I do. So if you're at 40 and above, you're good to go. Any lower than 40, you know what? But nobody. The only way to check that is a echocardiogram, and people get EKGs done, but people don't get echoes done. Like unless you have a reason to, who's coming in like, hey, let me get an echo. Like it's not a thing. It's not a thing. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I get echoes done, because of what happened. But I think it's important. I don't even know if most people's insurance even covers that. To be honest with you, cover that.
I don't think so either.
But like he actually said about the show.
I remember back in 2013, I had to do one because I was about to go out for Customs Border Patrol. I was about to be a Border Patrol officer. So yeah, I remember they did the echocardiogram and stuff. They did all that to check you out, make sure you were healthy.
Yeah.
I guess because that's a government job, so they do extensive checks. Yeah. But I remember the reason why I didn't pass was because I passed the echocardiogram, but the reason why I didn't pass the physical was because I was doing sit-ups, bro, and I caught cramps in my abs, and I couldn't finish the rest of the physical test because my abs were cramping too.
Yeah, if you like, anytime you stop training abs, if you don't train abs for a couple of months, they just cramp up, bro.
Yeah,
cramp up. Oh, it was bad.
Yeah, we had the sit-up test, and then so I got done doing the sit-ups, and it just started cramping up immediately after that. But after that, we had a 3-minute step test, and I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, the abs are there.
I couldn't do it without my abs cramping. I just couldn't do it. Yeah. So I ended up failing. But I never went back out to like finish the process again. I just kind of moved on my life, and
it's gonna seize up on your ass.
But yeah, it's funny. That's the last time I did one though.
Yes,
last time.
That's important. I always say that there's everybody gets blood work done. Like first of all, everybody only gets blood work done right before they hop on cycle. So at the end of the PCT, and then that's it. And then that's what they base their entire health on. And it's not everything, man. It gives you a good idea where your blood sugar is. It gives you a good idea your liver enzymes, kidney health, but your heart, you don't know your heart function still. You don't know the calcium score. You don't know the buildup of plaque you got in the arteries. You don't know the ejection fraction, how your heart is performing. A lot you don't know. So your blood work can be like, I'm talking about through the roof, but like perfect. It doesn't get any more perfect all the time. And you can still die of a heart attack. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not the whole story, but I think that's important to get a calcium score test, some kind of echocardiogram done. And they have one more test. I forget the name. I forget the name. It's too much shit to remember. But so get your heart checked, guys. Definitely get your heart checked. That leads me to my next topic. The question is, can you bodybuild in a healthy way? I think that depends on what you consider healthy. I've heard people say that bodybuilding is not healthy. So if you get into bodybuilding, don't even think you can be healthy. And that being said, there's some truth in that. But if you don't try to do it in the healthiest way possible, you ain't gonna last, man. You ain't gonna last.
It's a double-edged sword, I guess you could say. Because you could think about it, is it truly the healthiest thing to do? Probably not. It's a lot of things we do in life that aren't the healthiest thing to do. But like you said, you have to take every precaution.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta do it in the best way you could possibly do it. Don't just be reckless and I'm just trying to get as big as possible. Take breaks. Don't be scared to take a break. Give your body some time to recover, because
that might be the most important part, because I think a lot of us, me included, but probably not anymore, but when I was younger, is that when you're all in, you're all in. All you're focused on is getting this goal. You don't want to hear anything else. You don't want to even know your health, right? But that being said, you can do that for, 6 months out the year if you want to. But that other 6 months has to be all health focused. So if you're one of those people who have a switch, because some people can even prep in a healthy manner. Some people can even prep and be like, well, the dose is going to be lower than everybody else, and think they can do that. A lot of people can't. But if you can't, you still have to say, okay, I pushed my body crazy for 6 months. Now, for these next 6 months, I'm going to actually let it repair itself, because the body will, actually heal itself. The body wants to be healthy. It's going to try to bring itself back. So I think the most important thing is some time off. And that's what people don't be doing, bro. Like, a lot of people just be talking about they're cruising. But we talking about, 500 milligrams. Like, that's not cruising. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
But like, oh, I'm just on 500 milligram. I'm on, maybe like 300 EQ and then GH. I'm like, it's not a cruise. That's like a lot of people's full cycle. So that's not going to give your body rest if that's what you consider cruising. So, if you're going to cruise, like we're talking about anywhere from 125 to 250. You know what I'm saying? That's the actual cruise, like TRT range. Any more than that, well, if you start adding compounds in there. And I'm not big on these SARMs, but I don't think SARMs is going to give your body the break it needs. I know, like it says that all SARMs have no side effects, and that I don't believe that personally. So if you're gonna give your body a break, you gotta give your body a break. I think for sure. Yeah, but me personally, where I'm at right now.
Yeah, man. If you come off,
mm-hmm.
I'm about to say, yeah, if you're gonna come off. Like for me, usually I'll have a long break after I do a show. But I just passed off. I was going hard. Like whenever I came off, it was a cruise. You know what I'm saying? And even then, I was only doing 250 a week.
Yeah.
So, some guys they'll go on a cruise, like you said, they'll be doing 500.
Yeah.
Plus some DECA and some GH and.
Exactly.
I'm just, I guess, that's not really a break.
Yeah. So that's the most important part. And then, okay, even while you're on, right, there's a level that's high but effective. And then there's a level that nothing's happening, man. Like taking 3 grams of test, I don't believe is making you a better bodybuilder anyway. So put health aside, like even if you didn't care about health, like that's not benefiting you. You know what I'm saying? Like your body doesn't just keep growing every time you up the dose. So you just keep upping it, like nothing happens. And the proof is in the pudding. Like look at the people who do that. Like if you look at the Boston Lloyds or the Tony Hughes, like people that do some crazy experiments, like nothing happens to the body. Like they'll say things like, wow, I put on 15 pounds, but I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't see anything. I just don't see it. Like I don't see anything going on. So it's like, it obviously doesn't work that way. So doing that is only gonna just hurt your health without doing anything. And listen, I don't like to use the gene cards, genetics, the G word, too much, because I think some people just use it as a crutch for hard work. Like I always hear the guy, I got white boys, so I can't do that. Listen, there's plenty of white boys that are huge and ripped. Just because they don't have a small waist like Flex Wheeler doesn't mean that you can't put on muscle. Oh, look, I'm just a skinny white boy genetics. I'm like, bro, that's not an excuse to be skinny. You can get buff, okay? Or you have the prettiest physique, maybe not. That's different. But as far as building muscle, you can build muscles just as well as black guys, bro. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? You just got to do it. So I don't like to throw that question there, but if you don't have the genetics to become a pro, I'm talking about structure. I ain't talking about muscle mass. Anybody can put on muscle. Anybody can get shredded. As far as structure, if you don't have that to turn pro, it ain't going to happen. Unless if you want to find like a weak show somewhere to slip your way in, fine. If you want to go to the Mr. Olympia in Mexico or something like that, amateur O in Mexico, that's on you. But if you don't have the genetic tools as far as structure, balance, to be a pro, all the drugs in the world is not going to do anything for you. It's not. It's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So,
at that point, you're just hurting. You'll just be hurting yourself at that point, man. I always say too, man, give yourself, look at your track record. Also give yourself like maybe 5 to 10 years. If you ain't really made nothing happen, if you still getting second call outs, if you get 5th place.
I agree.
If you got guys, you see guys younger and younger just coming up and beating you.
Yeah.
And now, you can still keep competing if you want to. I'm just, but don't. As far as you like competing as a pro, being competitive as a pro, no.
Listen, everything is for everybody. And then I think we have to, the more we can understand that and not take it so personally, the better people we can be. What if I was still trying to make it to the NBA? You know what I'm saying? Like, how would I look out here on these streets? You know what I'm saying? Listen, in the beginning, I'm like, you know what? I'm quick. I got handle. I got a jump shot. Like, I got it, bro. And as I move up in grades and age, and I'm like, okay, these dudes they get into another level that I ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Physically, I'm
you. How tall are you?
Right now 6 foot, but I didn't hit this height till like maybe 20, 24, 23, 24.
So you talking about trying to be at the NBA at what 5'11"? Like
exactly.
Come on.
So and it's like like eventually you got to catch on. Like I said in the beginning, nobody was that tall, and I didn't know. I could have ended up being 6'5". I don't know, and I was just as good as them, right? And it gets to the point like I could outwork them. You know, I was strong and faster than them, not by design, not by genetics. A lot of people didn't know this, but since I was like really young, I was already into this working out. I was doing plyometrics and all this stuff as a little kid. Like I'm talking about, I go as far back like 11 years old. Things that grown men don't know about, I already knew about. I was doing my research. I'm in the house doing crazy stuff. I have bands and doing all this crazy stuff. So a lot of people thought it was genes. Like, oh, the baby just got hops. I don't just got hops. I've been working. I've been training for hops. I ain't gonna tell you because I don't want you to get hops. But I've been doing some stuff. You know what I'm saying? I've been working on it. I was able to outwork everybody. You know, and I was good. But it doesn't matter. You still, you know what I'm saying? You're not good enough. So same way with a bodybuilding guy, he might be as local LA Fitness. He might be the most yoked guy there. Everybody's like, bro, get your pro card. You're the man. But when you step on stage with people who are really at that next level, it just might not be it, and that's okay. You can walk away. You know, I didn't make a big fuss. I didn't say, oh, it's the referee's fault. They don't know how to judge. That's why my team always loses. I just bowed out. Well, whoops. I see where this is going. I ain't at that level, so I'm gonna bow out. You know what I'm saying? So that's okay.
Yeah.
You'll find something else that suits you. It is what it is, man.
Yeah, man. You know, especially if you're a person that's interested in many things, if something don't work out in one of your interests, you know, just move on to the other thing. Like we said earlier, you may be missing your calling and something else that you like to do.
Exactly.
You know.
I guess that leads right into the next topic, which is when is it the right time to leave bodybuilding? You know, I think that's going to be specific to the person. But I guess you basically said it. You got to give yourself some kind of timeline. Let's say I got serious. Okay, let's say for me, right? My first show, I was 22. I've always been training, whatever, but my first show was 22. Just filling it out. I didn't really know if I wanted to compete. Boom. I get 6th place without really trying. And it was a really big show, the biggest show on the East Coast at the time, the Eastern USA's. In my head, I'm like, 6th place, that's horrible. I suck. And everybody else is like, well, how old are you, bro? 6th place is good. I'm like, oh, so I don't suck? Okay, I'll try again. I'm going to actually hire a coach. Hire the coach. I win. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign. That was Brooklyn, right? So then I do another show. I try to do the second biggest show this time. And to be honest, I didn't do no cardio. At the time, I just thought my genetics was like so good that I didn't have to do cardio, so I didn't do cardio. And I took second to this guy, and he was actually really good. His name is he turned because that was he turned pro that same year. He used to date Shanique Grant. What's the dude's name? Light-skinned black dude. God, I'm bad with names. But he used to date Shanique Grant. He lives in Vegas now. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. But he was really good, and he beat me fair and square.
Oh, I know you're talking about. His name is Chris, right?
Chris,
like Chris Salcedo or something like that.
Yeah, boom, you got him. Yeah, he got it. He ain't the biggest guy. I had him beat upper body wise at the time, but his glutes, hamstring, all that was peeled. And obviously, I ain't doing no cardio. You ain't gonna be peeled, especially for my genetics. I don't have the best glute ham conditioning unless I really, really work for it, and I didn't really work for it. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like, I mean, talk is cheap, but I felt like at the time I could have beat him if I bought him my glutes and hamstring pills, but that doesn't make a difference. But so that happened. And then I was like, okay, I gotta stop bullshitting. Let me do cardio now. I did cardio, then I won the overall. So at the time, that was like 25 years old. I won the overall. I'm like, I got an overall, right? I got 2 wins. but I don't feel like I'm ready to go to that next level. So until this guy told me to do USA's what's his name? Tamer. Tamer told me at the show, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to, like, eventually I got to do, because I can't just keep beating around the bush and just never do the, you know, the national show, right? Most people, in my opinion, do the nationals too early. Right away they win. Just because you win the show don't mean you're ready for no nationals. Let's understand that. So I still thought I needed more glutes, hand flavor, but he told me, Tamer assured me that he felt like I would be if I did USA, I would be a top guy. You know what I'm saying? And if he's just saying that because he wants me to do it, does he really believe it? It's hard to really know. But the way he seemed passionate about it, I don't think he would, you know, blow smoke, you know, in my ass. So I was gonna do it. I got sick. I didn't do it, you know. And then time flies. Want to make sure my health was right. And now I'm 27. So and now I had to regroup. And then my goal is gonna be to get my pro card before I'm 30. You know,
that's a good goal.
That's my new goal. In the beginning, like, to be honest, I wasn't that clear because I was taking it seriously, but I was kind of bullshitting. I thought I was more serious than I was, but you can't say you're serious and you don't want to do cardio. You can't do that.
Right.
So now, and that's a goal that I'm confident I can do. Obviously, if everything aligns itself, because there's things that have to, like, I still have to make a living. I still have to provide for myself. Business still has to be first, you know. But I think I can put business first and still get my pro card before 30. If that doesn't happen, I ain't gonna keep doing it. You know, it doesn't make sense. If I do get my pro card, does that mean I'm gonna compete at the pro? I can't even say that. It just depends. Like, life has to align itself. You know what I'm saying? Life has to align itself. You can't just make those kind of investments without any return. So it's kind of dependent on that. But I think everybody should have these kind of goals. Like, okay, I competed at this age. I'm going to give myself to this age to win a show. Or at least win my weight class. And then I'm going to give myself to this age to win overall. And then I'm going to give myself to this age to, you know, get my pro card. If that doesn't happen, then pull out, because I don't think it's in your best interest to be one of these guys that compete for 20 years, you know, to try to get their pro card and masters, like, way down the line. I don't think that's the way to go. Personally.
I agree. And like you said, just look at your timeline. Like with mine, you know, did my very first show in 2011. Mm-hmm. I didn't compete in 2012.
How old were you?
2013, huh?
How old were you back then when you did your first show?
Oh, my first show, I was 21. Mm-hmm. So did that. I didn't compete in 2012. I turned natural pro at the INBF in 2013. So right then and there, within my second year, I had learned a lot. That year I couldn't compete, I was upset. It turned out to be a blessing because it made me gather a game plan on how I was going to diet myself.
Yeah.
For the 2013, I figured out how to diet myself perfectly. Mm-hmm. Ended up that show, winning the overall, got my pro card as a natural bodybuilder. And at that time, like, almost instantly, bro, I knew it right off the bat. I was like, you know what? I want to try to, I want to go NPC, because I was already looking at guys like Phil Heath and Brandon Curry. Yeah. I was already looking at IFBB guys, competing as a natural bodybuilder. So at that point, I saw how much opportunity was in it. So I was like, you know what? I want to do NPC. So I took another 2 years off, did NPC in 2015. As I'm getting ready to do this show, like you said, I'm already putting my goals in my head. I want to be pro by the time I'm 27. Mm-hmm. I want to, which I did, which I turned pro at the age of 27. Mm-hmm. And then I also said I want to be qualified for the Olympia by the time I'm 30. Mm-hmm. And that kind of got derailed because of COVID. Yeah. I feel like the Cali Pro would have went really well for me. I don't know if I would have got, the qualification for the O, but definitely the following year, I think I would have in 2021, mm-hmm. because I would have been coming fresh off a rebound. I would have known what I need to do to improve. Yeah. And I definitely could have got that O qualification, I feel like, by the time my 30th birthday hit.
I agree.
But by the time my 31st birthday hit. So, but that's always a goal. There's still a chance to make it happen depending on how next year goes. But mm-hmm. But yeah, man, you just got to make that goal. Mine was 3-year increment goals. Mm-hmm. I was like 3 years, I got to really like seriously level up, you
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
for me. And but you know, it just depends on the person. Everybody's different. But yeah, like you said, you got to see some return after a while, you know, because as you get older, you get, you know, you build relationships, you know, you want to start having kids and stuff, you know, all that. So
Other
things, you know, things start to move in your life, and you just make moves based off that,
exactly.
you know.
And then the whole time you got to keep your health in check too. You know, you can't
Yeah.
just run your body through the floor. If there's markers that are off, you're gonna have to take some breaks, and you're gonna have to fix these markers. You can't just say, "Yeah, I'll be fine," and keep going. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's not gonna work. You know, in your favor. So
Yeah.
I know you heard the news about the Olympia obviously moving to December.
Yeah.
So they
I
moved.
think I think what they're. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say so they moved the amateur Olympia as well. So they're gonna hold
Oh,
it.
they did. So the Amateur Olympia be in December too.
Yeah, it's gonna be 17th. 17th.
Okay. You know, I think that's cool. They're still going through with planning it. Me personally, I think it's going to be like what they did with the Arnold. You know, no expo, nobody at the prejudging, just tickets to the night show. That's what I think they're going to do. Just because the venue that they moved it to is smaller than Orleans, and they're probably not going to be able to have a ton of people there anyway.
I don't think
But
so.
I don't know, man. We'll see. I hope it happens because I want to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I'm just interested to see how it goes because you know some people's training has been affected. I don't know, man. I don't know. But then again, any of the guys who are in competition for the O probably got somewhere to train anyway.
Sure.
But what about the guys who had to qualify this year?
That I think that's the biggest issue. Also the also Jake Wood is gonna raise the prize money, but where's the sponsors at? Because the sponsors aren't making any money. So it's like I don't. It actually makes makes more sense. The amateur competition makes more sense because amateurs pay, so you actually make money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like amateurs need a bunch of sponsors. So I kind of get that. And amateurs, you don't have to qualify. So it kind of gets rid of that qualification thing, right? So
Yeah.
I think the amateur Olympia makes more sense than the pro Olympia because it's like you said, the whole qualification system is going to be thrown off. You got people that couldn't even make it home. Rami was stranded somewhere. Rami was stranded somewhere for a while. Sergio was stranded in Australia, and now he's like Australian now because he don't want. I guess he don't want to come back because he's still there.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Chris Cormier.
So yes, I'm curious to see how it goes, man. Are they just going to qualify the same guys that they qualified last year?
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
it's gonna be weird. Like, who's gonna be the title sponsors, bro? Who got the money who got the money to blow right now, bro? Because I know Redcon dropping athletes left and right. So how are they gonna then go sponsor the Olympia? Who's putting up this extra prize money? I don't know. I know Jake Wood is rich, but he just spent a lot of money to buy the Olympia. Like he gonna put his pocket money to pay the athletes? I don't know about that one. That would not be a good. You don't become that rich from being stupid or being reckless. So
Right.
I can't believe that that he's gonna make that kind of decision because he's a smart businessman. That's why he's rich. But yeah, but that kind of piqued my interest because I do want to get my pro card, and December gives me a good amount of time because by September I can tell by the climate in September whether it's gonna happen for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, I think December it'll happen for sure. Are people gonna have face masks on stage? I don't know how that's gonna work, but I think it's gonna happen for sure. Just how is it gonna happen? Like,
Right.
with friends and family, is the expo gonna happen? I can't see the expo happening, bro. I can't see that happening. But the actual competition, I think so. And then plus, like Las Vegas Strip, they kind of like their own people. They don't necessarily follow the rules. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if anybody could get it done, it'll be Las Vegas. They kind of do their own thing. Don Solomon even said it. He said as they was talking to the hotel and the venue, they started getting the feeling that the government doesn't really control these people there. The Las Vegas government, they kind of do their own thing. You know, that's the
And
idea.
plus, I thought the governor of the mayor or whatever was like, "Hey, that's too much money to miss out on anyway."
Yeah.
So I think that's another reason. Like they gonna keep it rolling, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
I think I might jump in there, man. I think I might jump in there. So
I think it'll be a good thing for you, man. If you can get cleared to do it and everything. I
yeah,
think that'll be a good pro.
I got cleared by the primary doctor. I just want to get cleared by the cardiologist, but I haven't been able to do any appointments. They do this over the phone thing now too. Like, hey, how you feel? I feel great. Like, what you want me to say, bro? Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, it's the weirdest thing. I had all these appointments over the phone. I'm like, can we just not do this? Like, gotta wake up.
Yeah, like it's pointless.
Yeah, 8 a.m. I gotta wake up at 8 a.m. Like just to be like this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I feel great. Like, come on, bro. Listen, if I didn't feel great, if I felt bad, then I would probably let you know. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Did you see that video with Dave Palumbo? And dang, who was he interviewing? But anyway, you know, Dave Palumbo loves to bring up the fact he loves to bring up Kai Greene, right? He's like, oh, what about Kai Greene? Is Kai Greene doing the Olympia? The people wanna know, and in my head, I'm like, no, we don't. We don't want to know.
We don't care, bro. This dude posted a old video.
Yeah, bro. Hey, and that's the thing. I called, you know, I followed. I'm in this bodybuilding group on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the guys posting it. Everybody's like hyped about it. I'm like, you know, Kai has a gap in this photo, in this video. Kai been got his gap fixed over a year ago. You know, it's like, whoa. And the thing is, it's just so, you know, we already talked about it. Like, I've already been losing. Mm-hmm. I've been lost the fan in me for Kai, but I just don't understand, like, why do you feel the need to do that? You know, it's just, if people don't like you, you don't have to do stuff like that for people to respect you.
I agree.
You know, and it's just so weird to me.
Here's the thing also, right? There's been other athletes to do things similar, but they never actually, he said this is today. He said today's video. So it's not like I think Roden had posted something, but he never said it was today. He literally just put a quote. He was like, sometimes dreams and this.
Yeah.
He never said it was today. He just posting a picture. I'll do that. I'll post pictures. Like, you know, I put old pictures. Like, I'm not saying it's today. I do
the same thing, but I don't ever say, hey, this is me today.
No.
Like, he posted a YouTube video. He was like, today, May 2020.
Exactly.
Current look. He's even said current look in the.
Exactly. So you telling me he's just walking around striated glutes, 300 pounds, like all the time.
And thing is, you see Kai in his videos goofing around. While he does look impressive, he doesn't look that impressive.
No, he doesn't.
You know, those are obviously videos from the last time Kai competed. Exactly. He hasn't competed in 4 years now. Exactly. So you bringing up 4-year-old videos, like that's just super whack to me. Like they were saying in the interview, you know, don't waste don't egg the fans on. You know, just give the fans some respect. Are you going to compete or no? It's a yes or no question.
Yeah.
But don't keep doing this thing to the fans every year where you're like, oh, is Kai coming back? It's kind of disrespectful for the fans because people want to see you compete. But you keep playing these games to get views and get followers. You know,
I think he feels like he needs to do that to stay relevant, but I don't agree with that. I think there's other ways for him to be relevant. Him just putting out training videos or like a podcast, something like that, I would love to watch a Kai Greene podcast. Yeah. I don't want him. I don't want him to start like doing that weird, hey, AKA, you gotta get done, hey guy. I don't need to see all of that part. Just talk about how you actually talk. Because he doesn't talk like that in real life. I don't know if you ever talked to him.
I haven't. Yeah, if he don't talk all that gibberish he be talking, I'll watch. I'll watch the podcast.
Like he actually talks like a dude from Brooklyn. Like he'd be like, yeah, that ass. Yeah. That's how he actually talks. So if you were just to talk like that, I would like him so much more because that's the real. I just want to see the real you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's not like that. Like he's not that eccentric, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. I think it's good he thinks it's good for camera. I don't like it personally. I just want to see him just be himself, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so he's done this before. There was one time, this time he did it, he didn't put today though, but he was insinuating that it was today. And he was in the locker room. And they were like, "Whoa, look, Kai looks skinny." This dude he had a blonde beard. He did that for his role in Stranger Things. So he only did that for a short period of time. And at the time he posted this video, he didn't have that. I literally seen him, and he didn't have that. And he posted it, and people can't put two and two together. Like, look at the blonde beard that he had like 8 months ago for this role. Like nobody put that in. Like, oh, look, it's now. I'm like, people. I don't think people get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Like,
yeah, man. It was just crazy, man. And then when I saw it, I was like, why? But you know, the thing that even just made me even more aggravated was just like seeing all the comments and seeing people go along with it. Because I know I'm not the only one that know that was occurring. People are like, sick, bro. Oh, you could win the Olympia this year. And you know, all the other popular people in the industry, they're just commenting. I'm just like, yeah, like this is just so dumb, man. This is so, you know, it's frustrating. I don't know why it frustrates me so much. I guess because like,
it's annoying.
I don't know, man. I'm just always so genuine with stuff that I do. So I just hate to see stuff like that, man.
It's too far.
I just hate to see fake material and just doing stuff just, you know, just because, man.
And we're not saying you don't have to completely close the door, because if they offer you something you really like, you might actually do it, right? So you don't have to say, I'm never doing it again. You don't have to say that. It's like Phil Heath. Phil Heath never said he's not doing it, but he's not coming around talking about, ooh, you don't know. Oh, look at this shot. Ooh, I might do it. Hey, and tag Mr. Olympia LLC. Hey, you guys should give me an invite. Oh, he's not doing all that stuff.
Right.
He's just not talking about it. That's fine too, because Phil might come back if there's something on the table that interests him, you know. So you don't even have to talk about it. You know, I really don't think Kai is competing ever again.
And thing is, like, I feel like most people that in the bodybuilding world know that, but it's just, man, I guess you got those other fan bases, you know, the other fan people that don't, you know, they don't really know. They believe every post he makes, you know. So
I agree. And another thing, I feel like people taking it as like a foregone conclusion that becomes he's going to win hands down. And I don't agree with that. First of all, it's been 4 years. That's first. Second of all, in 2016, Cedric beat him in actual judging. He lost in the posing round. You know what I'm saying? So Cedric hasn't been top 5 in the whole. So let's keep that in mind. Kai also never beat Phil. You know, Sean Roden had to beat Phil. You know what I'm saying? So when you start,
and also you got to remember the last time he competed, he wasn't the best we've seen.
No, he wasn't
either. You got to remember that. So like people saying, oh, he can come back and win, but the last time we saw him, he could have got beat. You know, he ended up winning, but like it was questionable.
Yeah, he almost lost. And on top of that, it's been 4 more years, bro. He's only getting older. We don't even know his real age. We just know he's older. He's
right.
We just know he's going.
I know he's 40. I know he's 40 something. So.
We know he's over 40 at least.
Yeah.
But
man. This is anyway. I just hate, man. I hate seeing stuff like that, man.
And then the part that sucks is people so focused talking.
Yeah, man. I needs to stop.
Yeah, they're so focused talking about him that like Brandon Curry not even getting no like respect. Like, you know what I'm saying? Brandon Curry,
I'm also just trying to take the spotlight of the Olympia, man. Just stop, man. If you're not gonna contribute to the sport, just take your ass on.
No, like I was like personally offended, like that post he posted about Brandon, like, oh, congrats on Olympia, and then he posted some dwarfing him, like, what? Like that backhanded compliment.
I was the same way. And that's for me. That's what started it. It was that, and then he did the vegan thing. And when he did the vegan thing, which one did he do first, the vegan thing or Brandon Curry?
I think it was the Curry first, and then it was the vegan.
Okay, so he did I unfollowed him after that Brandon Curry thing because that was just dirty to me. But then I saw him posting, about vegan stuff on my search page.
Yeah,
and that's when I was like, "What?
What's going on?"
Oh man, it was just, I don't know. I just can't get with somebody that's doing that, man. Like, as you know, especially when you don't have to do it. It's just like
I don't like. What does why would you throw Brandon Curry under the bus if you feel like you dwarf him, then compete and beat him?
yeah, man, you posting an old picture from what? That picture was like 2012,
Yeah,
2011.
you don't look
Like,
the same, and Brandon don't look the same. Y'all both two different bodybuilders right now. So
yeah, you talking about Brandon Curry when he was still pretty much early in his career at that point, man. He wasn't. But hey, it's anyway. That was the first straw for me.
That's literally like me, or like say somebody taking a picture of Big Ramy in 2010 and be like, oh look, I could be Big Ramy because look how small he was in 2010. Like,
yeah,
like,
saying like, hey, congrats, Ramy, on
the Imagine. It's like, nah. I thought that was corny. I thought that was really corny, bro.
Yeah, man. People like, oh, people are saying like, oh, it's funny, it's just a joke. People who say stuff like that is because ain't nobody coming at you like that.
Yeah.
Because I can guarantee you, I can take a screenshot with some guys I competed with. And, I could take a picture of just our midsections to put next to each other, and I'd be like, hey, congrats on the national win. Come on now. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's not cool. But yeah, he's been doing some questionable stuff. And the crazy part, like, I'm from New York. I lived in Brooklyn. Like, I've trained at 2 of Kai's gyms. I would see him every day, like in the trenches. So I've always had a lot of respect from him. But it's like he's been acting different, man. He's been doing some strange stuff. Like, that's not the Kai I kind of grew up on. It's not Kai.
Yeah, same here, and I think that's why it kind of hit hard because he was a favorite of mine to watch.
Yeah.
So it kind of sucks to see him go from that to doing this bullshit he's doing now.
Yeah. I used to see him going to the same supermarkets I was going to. I'm like, oh, Kai he be getting that cheap ass tilapia too. Oh shit, that's the tilapia I be eating.
Right. And I'm in college watching this, and I'm like, hey man, I'm like, hey, if this guy can do it, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
one with Dave Palumbo, and he was in the project. He was like, yeah. And Dave, why does this smell like piss? He was like, why is it piss? He was like, the dog's pissing. I'm like, no, it's not the dogs. It's the people. It's the crackheads. Like I knew the answer. I'm like, nah, it's the crackheads, bro. It's the crackheads. And I'm like, wow, this is he's living how I'm living. It made me feel like I could do it too. I was like, wow, he got the same project elevator as me. Whoa. You think you're gonna get stuck, you hit the button and the lights don't come up and it just start moving. I was like, wow, this is some real shit. You know what I'm saying? But all that was motivating to me, bro. But shit changed. I mean, he's not in the same situation he was at back then. So things changed.
Nah.
I think we've been going for like an hour and a half now. Something like that.
Oh, is it that long? Golly.
I think we started like at 4:30 maybe. What time we started?
We at my time we started at 7:40, something like that.
Probably like an hour and 20. We didn't even get to the questions, bro. But I don't think I had questions that good.
I had put it up, but I took it off my IG, off my Instagram story because I ended up going to sleep.
Yeah.
For Friday, I was so dead, man. Like I was trying to stay up till what was that, 9? I just couldn't do it. I would have got on here and I would have been like, I just would have been sitting here because I was at.
Sometimes it be like that sometimes, bro. And I feel like the harder you try to stay awake, it gets worse. Like when you know you got something to do, you know what I'm saying, it makes it that much worse. I'm like, oh, I gotta be up.
Yeah.
All right, bro. So you said gym's opening up next week?
Yep, they're opening up next week in South Carolina. Pretty much everywhere in the South, bro. It's Florida, Tennessee. Like they got it popping out here. They're like, hey, we opening up. It's so, but they got the hours limited, but
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, regardless, man, I'm just excited to be in the workout atmosphere. Like I'm in the mindset now. Like I'm ready to kind of get after it. I'm gonna start eating some meals um, tomorrow. 'Cause I haven't been eating any meals. I've been eating like once or twice every day.
Mm-hmm.
So
how much you weigh right now?
I was well, man, I'm like between 265, 268.
And
Um,
this is the lightest you probably been in years, right?
yeah, this is the lightest I've been since my last break. I took 2 months off after USA's after I turned pro,
Yeah.
and I got down to 265. So that sounds about right for me. I take a couple months off. I'm talking about like zero supplements.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't on nothing.
Yeah.
Um, and
Training.
on top of that, I'm barely eating.
Yeah.
But like I'm not a big eater, man. So like for me, I can get it. I can eat once or twice a day and I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Um, so on top of that, I just been dropping weight. My metabolism's fast,
Yeah.
so I don't. If I'm eating bad, I'm not going to gain weight. I'll steady lose it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, man. So next time I see you, you're gonna be swollen shit.
yeah, I guarantee you, man. In like 6 weeks, when I really get back to it, I'll probably be 290 in about 5 to 6 weeks.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
So are you planning on doing anything next year, competition wise, or not really? You haven't really thought about it.
Yeah, I plan on competing next year. To be honest with you, since I'm on the Southeast now, I may end up doing the Tampa Pro, just something out this way.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know. I may come back to LA and do the Cal. I don't know. We'll see.
I guess they both good shows. It just depends
Yeah.
which route you want to go.
Yeah. I've never, surprisingly, I've never been to Florida. So that'll be a good show to do if I go down there.
Yeah, that'd be a good shit too. All right, man. I guess we're gonna wrap it up then, bro.
All right, bro. It's good talking to you again, man. I guess we'll do it again, this week.
Yeah.
I'm off tomorrow, so I don't know if you want to do another one.
All right, I'm gonna see if I could grab an interview.
Okay.
We get somebody. Everybody's down, but when it actually comes down to doing it, they get a little cold with it. You know what I'm saying? They get a little cold feet, I think.
Yeah.
So some people don't. Some people do.
I mentioned it. I mentioned it to people too when I'm DMing them, and they're just like, they kind of graze over it. They don't really address it.
I think some people. I like to send them like an example because I think some people they don't know what to expect. I asked this one dude that I want to get. I'm not gonna say who it was, but I asked him, and first he's like, "What kind of questions you gonna ask?"
Yeah.
I just said, questions. I don't know. I ain't write them out yet, but just questions.
Right.
And then he stopped responding after that. I'm like, okay.
You know what? I think some people expect the worst because they see these other people do stuff, and they try to, some people try to get you to throw people under the bus or do some dirt.
For sure.
For us, it ain't like that. So.
Nah, to be honest, like we just having a conversation, and then I know, like I already know from like what you post or what you do if you're comfortable talking about gear in what capacity, right? I ain't about to be like, hey, what's your cycle? I ain't gonna do it. Like,
right.
It doesn't really matter. Like, you just do whatever your coach tells you to do for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really get into that. I might talk like with Nick Walker. Like I talk about a little bit just because I know people think he takes so much shit. So I want to make a point of that. Like, is there any truth in that? And obviously, we know it doesn't work that way because we know the ones that do that look like shit. So we know it doesn't work that way. So, but I wanted to graze over that just to make a point because I know that's what everybody's thinking. Like, oh, you're so young. There's no way. No, there's no way you could do. You can't look like that.
Right.
He can look like that. You can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, me and you was pretty jacked at 24, 25 too. He was jacked and all that. It's like you can do it. I mean, you just gotta do what it takes. So yeah, but I'm not gonna catch anybody off guard or do anything weird. If there's like a controversial subject that I feel like I need to ask because it's very relevant to you, I'm gonna ask you first. I'm like, you cool with this? And we go from there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's your interview. Like you should be able to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. It ain't gonna be a lot of clickbait stuff. It's just Just fucking interview.
Yeah.
All right,
Sir.
so let's wrap it up there, and I'm gonna try to get somebody that I want to try to get somebody special, bro. On next
All right.
let's see how that goes. But
I'll ask you too.
all right, bro. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming
All
on.
right, dog.
All right,